Hey guys, this is Wolvie here. This is a second take of video I did yesterday. However, I kind of screwed up on some information, so me being a perfectionist, which is something you guys should really know about me. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'm gonna do a this is a take two of something I filmed. However, I kind of screwed up with some information. I was thinking about posting it, but yeah. So this is the news that came in yesterday. So we're gonna go into first and foremost the character adjustments. So on the 3rd of September 2018 at 1 UTC, following adjustments were implemented for unit and sensor. Command ability cheer grants target brave based on caster's attack before granting additional brave with a multiplier 1.5. Cheer now grants 5 turns Faith's Refuge to self. What Faith's Refuge is, it raises defense and initial bravery to the caster, in this case, Yuna. I'm not too surprised. I mean, the only thing is like, to really make the best use of the whole thing with Cheer, you do need her 35 CP weapon. Anywho, now Setzer, his command ability, red card, the base use count goes up from 3 to 5. Red card now grants 2 turns of max bravery, up 1 to self. And then his passive ability, all in, it further raises initial bravery, max bravery, attack, and defense. So, and here's the thing with red card, the fact that they went up and upped the base number of uses, that's something that will really make Setzer shine. Because having too few uses actually was hurting him for a while. And I'm a big time Setzer fan, so I'm really am happy to see that whole thing with the red card. And then the cherry on the cake here, the fact that grants 2 turns of max bravery, up 1 to self, makes him even more deadly. Now the all-in passive ability. Now you guys are kind of wondering how the fuck do you get this? Well, the all-in passive, believe it or not, is the passive you get from obtaining his crystal strength up to the level 50. So on the very bottom of the whole passives and abilities stats set, that's where you will find it. Level 50 crystal strength. And what this does, on top of the whole thing you see here, you have to use all of his abilities first in order to proc it off. So I'm glad they did this with Setzer. And with the event and with the Kuja event, this actually makes a much better unit to use. So now we got the event draw. So let's just wait and see how this game does it, signal wise. So event draw here, you get to see the 3 featured units. Now, however, what you guys got to keep in mind here is that this is the first event, and this is pretty much how the game is going to go going forward, where not only you have your 15 CP weapons for the featured units, you also have their 35 CP weapons. Now, does this hurt the chances? It does by a little bit. However, individual luck at RNG as well as global luck at RNG differ from others, and especially global to JP. So 90% divided by 6 from here on out, the number becomes really abysmal, the number 15. Whereas before, 90 divided by 5, because there was no all 35 CP gear, becomes 18. So sometimes the smallest numbers can be the biggest difference. And when I found out, and I learned, you guys saw how I was on the pulling on Celeste's banner as well as Kane's banner, is that if you want something so bad, you may or may not have to be prepared to go all in on your resources. So I went in with tickets only on Kuja's banner because by the time I found out he was picked, and I was actually disappointed. It was like I was thinking to myself, I'm like, oh wait a minute, I already have Setzer's gear maxed out. I already have Yuna's 15 CP weapon maxed out. This doesn't become as worthy for me to pull because I already have half the banner maxed out. And Kuja, I am not keen on. However, I will not stop anybody from pulling on Kuja's banner because there are some people who like Kuja, but there are those like myself who are not. And the Kuja, for him to really shine, you do need his EX weapon along with his 60-60 awakening. Because right now he's not that good, and there are going to be enemies at some point in time where Kuja doesn't become that much of use. And I will say here, in addition, that when I only used tickets, I did wind up getting Kuja's 35 CP weapon, the Scintillant Cords, but I also got 2 of Yuna's 15 CP weapon, which is what RNG and Lexi don't want to shove my way. So it's a good thing I only went with tickets on this banner as opposed to tickets and gems. Because Celeste, she has a very special place in my heart, and there will be a video coming out in the future from me that gives out a surprising connection with Celeste, Lightning, and Fang. So once Fang comes out, I think sometime next year, there will be a special video in regards to what's connection that Celeste has with Lightning and Fang. And the connection is probably going to be surprising to some people. But yeah, so here, this is the Perform 19, to perform a multi-draw for a 90% chance. So, it's something you want to keep in mind when it comes to certain things. And this is the 35 CP weapon for Kuja right here. This is Ultima 9 and Ultimate 9 Plus. You get the Lullaby Rod, which actually helps with her command ability Cheer. They becomes Cheer and gives her 1 target to everybody. It also gives her HP Attack Plus. Then you have Setzer's 35 CP weapon. This is, like I said, this is one of those I've actually maxed out, surprisingly. So this is increased bravery damage. It delays target's next action by 1 turn, which could be a big time lifesaver in dire situations. This is Brilliant Cores. This is Kuja's 15 CP weapon. I mean, although I saw his image on the on varying simulators being like with his face on it for this weapon, can somebody let me know in the comments whether or not this is exclusive to him or not? I mean, that way I can figure out what the whole shtick is. So this is what happens when you use Ring Holy and Ring Holy Plus. Again, not many people bring to light that with Kuja's abilities, it's like you pretty much have to run out of all of his abilities in order to make the best of him right now. I mean, you have to wait until his 60-60 awakening as well as his EX weapon. And because the fact that people kind of left some of that stuff out, I don't know why that is. I mean, I really don't. But anyway, this is the Astral Rod, Yuna's 15 CP weapon. It becomes, Asuna basically becomes a Tsunaga. And this is the 15 CP weapon from Setzer. This is grant max bring up to the party for 3 turns. So this actually, and again, I wish they would have actually upped the base uses of that, because you're talking about, you want to make sure you have he's more of use to the team in more situations, not certain ones. But actually, this is pretty cool. The limited time bundle, Yuna costume and discounted gems. Now, when I looked at this at first, it was unpleasant. I wouldn't say unpleasant, unexpected. That's the word I was actually looking for. It was an unexpected surprise, but I'm not actually I'm actually happy about this. This is basically the Final Fantasy X-2 Unit Gunner costume. Comes with 9,000 gems and an exclusive wardrobe chest. On sale 24 September at 159 UTC. Change Yuna's outfit to match her appearance in Final Fantasy X-2, when she wore the Gunner dress sphere. When you purchase the below limited time discounted gem chest from the gem shop, you'll be able to change Yuna's appearance freely. So this is the actual bundle it comes with. And like I said, it's actually a really cool bundle. I mean, because it's something you don't really expect this soon in the game. Notes here is that Yuna's extra costume will be sent to your gift box at time of purchase. You will be unable to retrieve the costume from your gift box after 90 days, so make sure to retrieve it. And this is just, I'm going to scroll down eventually to give you guys this, like how it looks like. So you see it doesn't do much in the sense of appearance changes. So about extra costumes. Extra costumes are purely cosmetic and have no effect on character stats or abilities. This is kind of like taking a page out of Final Fantasy Record Keeper. The character will appear in their extra costume in all parts of the game except for cutscenes. Actually, I kind of like that bit. The character will appear in their extra costume in all parts of the game except for cutscenes. I already got that. The 2D artwork for the extra costume will appear in all locations where the original artwork appears. An extra costume does not affect the appearance of your weapon. Now we're going to go into here changing costumes. Huh. It's not allowing me. Wow. What a surprise there. Now we're going to go into the final news for the day, which is Taking the Gods Stage Kuja event. So starting from this event, character quest will now feature a challenging EX quest. This quest will become accessible after clearing the level 15 quest Taking the Gods Stage Part 5. It comes with new event missions and rewards. So in order to make Kuja your ally, you gotta watch the cutscene entrance queue. And it looks like from before, it looks like this does sound like both of his 15 and 35 CP weapons are explosive because not anybody else can use it from appearances. So this Kuja is an enigmatic man whose plots embroil the miscontinent in war. He is known for his pompous, overblown mannerisms and theatrical rhetoric. After learning the secret to his own existence, he sets off in a maniacal pursuit to annihilate all creation. This is kind of like Sephiroth 2.0, and I actually like Sephiroth. Kefka a little bit more than. So this is command abilities, brave attack, HP attack. So this is one level to Soul Cleave. I believe this is Soul Divider, but it looks like it got reworded. Ring Holy Beast use count is at 6. Holy Elemental Magic Brave Attack. So this is pure magic and it's Holy Elemental. So this is kind of like a situational thing. If the opponent is resistant to Holy, he becomes no good. If there is one enemy, deals 3 hits. If there are 2 enemies, hits 2 to the target enemy and 1 to the non-targeted. If there are 3 enemies, it's 1 hit per enemy. Grants 2 levels of Soul Cleave to self. If Soul Cleave 4 becomes Ring Holy Plus, which increases brave damage and removes Soul Cleave 4 upon use. This is what people don't mention in their videos. And this is the same thing with Ultima 9, although this is a random target 9-hit magic bravery attack. This also grants 2 levels of Soul Cleave to self, and it becomes Ultimate 9 plus. So, but however, like I said with Ring Holy, once you use the more powerful version, you lose the stacks. And again, like I said, I noticed a bunch of people leave out this little piece of information, which is disappointing because if you want to give out the news, you want to tell the entire story, not bits and pieces. And what Soul Cleave does, again, this is basically Soul Divider, restores bravery and raises max bravery. And Kuja's unique 5-star armor, Egoist Armlet. So you get 2 pieces of it by clearing the Taking the God stage part 3 as well as part 5. So again, if you really want to work on him because he's your favorite, go right ahead. I probably won't because it's like, again, like I said, I'm not a fan of Kuja at all. I mean, some of his backstory heavily reminds me of Sephiroth's. And I'm actually a fan of Sephiroth, way more so than Kuja. So, and then of course, his 5-star armor is added to the armor token exchange. So that's where you go if you want more copies to develop the armor a bit further. And he does have really bad defense, so a unit that he probably needs to have is a tank unit like Warrior Light, Snow, or Celeste to take the damage for him. And then of course you have here the featured units, Center, Kuja, and Yuna. And those are the color crystals that you will see in the following information. I can't believe I X'd out of that too soon. Let's see here, let me scroll down a little bit. So this is the standard information about when used in any quest, so on and so forth. And then this is a brand new, this is kind of like what's going on a little bit further up in the screen. The Kuja event token exchange, this is going to be something that's going forward. Every event's going to have an event token exchange associated with a unique character. So, artifacts, shards, crystals, and clusters for these characters are available at the token exchange. So you get this is actually a neat idea that I really enjoy. And then Taking the God stage co-op drops artifacts for these characters. Take the God stage parts 1 through 5 drops shards, crystals, and clusters for Kuja. The Kuja event token exchange. Clearing these events yields various rewards in addition to silver tokens and gold tokens, which can be redeemed in the token exchange for the following items. You get 100 gems, which is a limit of 3, so it's a total of 300 gems. 21 draw tickets altogether, 600 Dissidia points, 6 stamina point potions, 5 armor tokens. And after the armor tokens, everything else is unlimited. Higher power orbs times 3, higher guard orbs times 3, a Dogal artifact times 1, a Dogal artifact times 20, shards, crystals, and clusters are also unlimited. But I will show you guys something really quick before I end this video about the shards, crystals, clusters you really do need to keep in mind. Available, a Doga artifact, this is the 4-star into 5-star passives. Center, Kuja, Yuna. Actually, no. And now, here, and this is what it is. Available shards, crystals, clusters are going to be black, red, and white. So those are the only ones you're going to see. However, these could still be of use if you have other characters you want to develop with associated with any of these shades of shards and whatever. Note, event tokens for this character cannot be used in another character event's token exchange. This character's event token exchange and event tokens will remain active for 72 hours after the conclusion of the character event. So looks like, okay, so we're going to get a little bit more on the... It's not showing me anything. Joy. So we're going to go back down a little bit, if the Comcast signal won't let me. So this is a solo only EX quest. Now, unless you have some really good characters, I would probably skip this. And if you're brand new to the game, I would definitely skip it. So upon clearing, so this is the limited time missions for the EX quest, which is really considered to be really difficult. So you have clear complete, which is 3 draw tickets each. Because if you get a score of 15,000, you get 50 higher power orbs. If you get a score of 17,000 on the EX, you get 5 draw tickets. 19,000 will give you 500 gems. Now with the boss here, Mother Weed, so you're gonna see, so this is what happens here. So it's weak to fire, ice, water, and holy, resistant to dark. So you've got a bunch of characters as well as espers that you can use for this event. What Mother Weed does, that's the name of the boss. Nice try, folks. So uses a simply drug to some weak lads and motherly love to grant varying buffs on them. Defeat them quickly so you can take on the Mother Weed 3-on-1. Since he uses Fetid Breath and Stench to inflict several debuffs, try using characters that can either remove them or replace them with buffs. Log in during this event and receives 3 Cycle Quest keys as a gift. So that's kind of it there. And like I said, I do want to show off the whole event stuff. You're going to see on mine, though, I've already gotten a decent amount of the items already. So you can see here with mine, I've already gotten all the gems. I've gotten some of the tickets, too. And with the armor tokens, I'm down to the final 3. So yeah, this is pretty much what you're going to be seeing from now on for each character event. And so instead you see those like rewards you see in past co-op events, they're all going to come down here. So you actually have to grind your tail off. And then my recommendation here when it comes to not so much, what items to get, but it's more so like how to get these items in a reasonable amount of time is actually using the treasure ×2 when you do the co-op, so you actually get twice as much tokens in silver and gold. So that way you don't have to freak out about like not getting some stuff in an appropriate amount of time. So, of course, I'm not going to be doing much more pulling on the Kuja event unless it's tickets. I mean, I have my reasons. And that's on top of 1, I'm not a fan of Kuja. 2, I already have half the banner maxed out, so it doesn't become as much of a point for me to summon. And plus, I believe there are there are weapon tokens coming out at some point in the future. You can always go after them if push comes to shove. And that's what I'm probably going to be doing with Yuna's 35 CP weapon. If I don't get it during Fang's event, which I think is sometime next year. And yes, I will be pulling on Fang's banner as well as 7's initial banner, and that's partially because they're back to back. However, I'm a big Fang fan. I'm also a 7th fan. I'd rather be pulling, and I'm gonna do another video like on this. I'm gonna do just pick up a random banner and talk about 7 stuff. So I will catch you all on the flip side.